Hello and welcome back to another Star Citizen video, and this time we have the 5th annual Ship Showdown event, and it is 2953. Yeah. Wow, this is the 5th year, which is fantastic. And let's check out what ships do we have available, or rather what are the top 16 ships that you guys have chosen to do the not say one-on-one, the head-to-head battle. And actually it's quite interesting. Yeah, it's quite interesting. And on top of that, there will be 8 ships available for free. Not say free, will be available for this one's a bit hard to do, right? Basically free fly, right? There will be a free fly event. The top 8 ships will be available for you guys to fly. Okay, that's that. Got a little tongue twisted. I wanted to edit that part out, but you know what? I'm just gonna leave it there because it's cool, it's nice, it's one of those things that I believe, it's nice to have some bloopers inside. Okay, so let's start off with day one. Day one, we have the Fury versus the Arrow. But however, what we're gonna do a little bit special here is we're gonna let it vote for the first 8 rounds, and then we're gonna cover the next. I would say I'll cover the semi-finals and finals. Do you want to cover quarter-finals as well? Round 1, round 2, we'll let it go. Semi-finals. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna focus on semi-finals and finals. Now, the main reason is that if I'm not mistaken, if they follow exactly like what they used to do, semi-finals, any ships that made to the semi-finals is guaranteed to have a nice cool skin after the anniversary sale or during the anniversary sale. And of course, the crown champion will get some extra goodies. And last year, I think we have I forgot to dig up what happened last year. Last year, we did get extra one thing for most of the time. We all get one extra stuff for the champion for Ship Showdown. And most of the time is something that is decorative. Most of the time, I know there's one particular Ship Showdown, you get a helmet, a technical and equipment for your character. All right, in this case, a helmet. Not really an armor, but there's a helmet, which is cool. So we have the Fury, the Arrow, Scorpius, Redeemer. Oh, actually, yeah, that is some fan favorite as well. Reclaimer. Did we have Reclaimer back then? I know Reclaimer for the first Ship Showdown. The Reclaimer was top 4. That's it. That's what I know. I don't think it has come back for quite some time. Vulture is nice. Terrapin and the Carrack. Oh, this is going to be painful. Wow, the Terrapin and the Carrack. The Carrack has been I won't say two-time champ. Is it two-time champion? Yeah, the Carrack is a two-time champion if I'm not mistaken. But the Carrack has always been a fan favorite, and I'm a little bit biased because I have the Carrack. Alright, we have the Corsair. Corsair might be able to take the win for this Ship Showdown, in my opinion. Mercury Star Runner, okay, fan favorite. Oh, this is going to be a painful one. I'm going to say the Corsair. The Corsair is much better. And yeah, I think the Corsair is a much better fan favorite versus the Mercury. The Mercury was the golden child previously. Now I think it's a little bit because the Mercury was a smuggling ship, or quote unquote people's smuggling ship, but the Corsair is the true smuggling ship out there with more pew pew. Okay, Constellation Andromeda, Cutlass Black. This one is clear cut. Alright, most likely the Connie will take the spot. 400i versus 600i. This is interesting. The Cutter. Wow, the Cutter versus the 890 jump. If I'm not mistaken, this is the first time we actually see a capital ship in the race, and that's the 890 jump. The closest thing that we had to a capital ship was the Hammerhead. That is technically a corvette under the Star Citizen ship category, as I would say ship lore, okay? Ship specification lore for Star Citizen. The Hammerhead is a corvette. In fact, not really a corvette, because the Hammerhead wasn't in class with the Polaris. The Polaris is a corvette. and I think they changed a little bit because Polaris went up a size, which is now a capital ship in line with 890 jump. And then the Corvette Sport is a little bit empty, so it's taken over by the Hammerhead and the Nautilus, soon to be Nautilus. Yeah, but we're not going to talk about ships that's not available in-game at the moment. So 890 jump is the first capital ship in the game for Ship Showdown. Yeah. This is interesting. This is interesting. You know what? I'm a little bit biased. I want the 890 jump to at least hit semifinals. I do want. But at the same time, it's fighting one of the best starter ship out there. The best of the best is still the Titan, but the Avenger Titan. But the cutter is actually very, very close. This is actually a very interesting list. Yeah. Fury versus the Arrow. Okay, personally speaking, the Arrow, you know what, I'm gonna pick the Arrow. Let's put it this way. I'm gonna predict a few things and then we're gonna recap some of the rounds. Once round 1 is complete, we'll recap round 2. Once round 2 is complete, we'll recap round 2, then we're gonna go semi-finals and finals. All right, let's do it that way. That way you get more quality Star Citizen video from me. All right, Fury versus the Arrow. I have a feeling I will pick Arrow. Fury is nice, but it doesn't have a quantum drive or quantum jump, so it can't quantum jump. Although and that's the problem, because if you are a player on a budget, then I'll pick the Arrow. Easy. Scorpius versus the Redeemer. As much as I love the Redeemer, yeah, the Scorpius. You know what? This one's a little bit interesting depending on how the playstyle that you want. Yeah, because the Scorpius is nice. It's like an X-Wing, but the Redeemer is a community ship back in the days. Now it's a little bit different. Reclaimer versus the Vulture. This is straight up Reclaimer, because big is good and the Reclaimer has a claw, so you know, it's a bit pointless voting for the Vulture. But the Vulture, because it's cheap, it's a solo pilot ship, that means more people will have it. Yeah. Terrapin versus Carrack. I'm a biased person. Next is Corsair, Mercury, Corsair. I'll definitely pick the Corsair. Constellation Andromeda versus the Cutlass Black. Unfortunately, in this race, I will pick the Andromeda. Cutlass Black is nice, it's good, it's great, but because we have Corsair on the previous round, yeah, the new round, I'll just pick Constellation Andromeda. 400i versus a 600i Explorer. This is a clear cut. I will pick the 600i over the 400i. Main reason is the 400i has only size 3 weapon hardpoint. The 600i has size 5 weapon hardpoint. And in my opinion, the 600i is a much better ship versus the 400i. The 400i is a nice ship, but we have good competitors, or rather 400i has some serious competitor on its ship level, which is the Constellation Andromeda and the Corsair. That's the reason why 400i is like, it's nice, it's great, but nowhere. Whereas the 600i, at least it's a little bit better than the Constellation series, its origin. Right? That means you can do a little bit more luxurious. I don't know. The gameplay is not out yet, so I'm not going to say anything. They call it the luxury ship, so you pay, not say you pay a little bit more. You pay much more for the 600i, so it's a bit crazy. Last but not least, the Cutter versus the 890 jump. I want a capital ship to be in the semi-finals, so 890 jump. Yeah, the Cutter is still nice. It's still great. I think a lot of people will vote for the Cutter, but I'll go for the 890 jump. And that's it. That's all I have for you for today. And this is going to be interesting, which means once you see Ship Showdown event, that means the anniversary sale is just around the corner. Well, when it's just around the corner is November, which is very fast. Very fast, very close, very interesting. And that's it for a Star Citizen video. Yeah. Actually, there will be one more video coming up, but it's more on a few other things. But it's going to be interesting. This is definitely an interesting Ship Showdown. Or rather, this year is going to be an interesting year for Star Citizen. Yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about that on the next video. All right, the next Star Citizen video. Until then, like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and help this channel grow. I will see you guys when round 1 is complete.